You know, it's kind of funny how the first Monsters Inc. came out when I was a little kid, and it was about scaring little kids, and here we are 12 years later following Mike and Sully as they head off to college while I'm in college. Very interesting. What up, y'all? It's the Black Critic Guy, and I'm here today to review the new Pixar film, Monsters University. So as I mentioned earlier, Monsters University is a prequel to Monsters Inc., and it follows Mike and Sully when they first met in college. But a situation happened that got them kicked out of the scaring major, and now they're trying their best to try to get back in. But in order to get back in, they need to work together. Now, like many young adults my age, I had very fond memories of Monsters Inc. I mean, look at this. It's a VHS. That's ancient. I mean, it was just classic Pixar. It was hilarious, great story, great characters. I watched it over and over and over again as a kid that it annoyed my older brother. Now, of course, Monsters University is not going to be at the same level as Monsters Inc. I mean, that thing's a classic. But overall, the movie is very enjoyable. I mean, I laughed a couple of times. I really loved the bond between Sully and Mike Wazowski. I mean, it was really strong. And at first, they didn't start off as friends. You know, they had kind of like that bickering rivalry where they're like, oh, I'm better than you. No, I'm better than you. Really made for some comical moments, and I really loved the bond and growth in their characters. And you kind of get the sense of how their friendship started that will later lead on to Monsters Inc. I loved the homages to the first film. I mean, some of them were very blatant, others were very hidden. You had to really pay attention. You're like, oh yeah, they're making an homage to the first film. And there are some interesting new characters in this film, especially the dean of the school, who's a mix between a dragon and a centipede monster, voiced by Helen Mirren. I mean, my god, this was a menacing monster, and Helen Mirren just brought it to a whole new level in the menace factor with her incredible voice acting. And speaking of voice acting, the voice actors did a very good job. Billy Crystal and John Goodman still kill it as Mike and Sully, and Steve Buscemi still sounded creepy as Randall, the chameleon type monster. Now, although I did have fond memories of Monsters Inc. and I love seeing the characters once again, there were a few problems that I did have with the film. First off, it's very cliche. I mean, you've seen stories like this before, and you'll see them again. And for an animation studio that really strives on originality, this isn't really one of their most original films. Granted, they are using the same characters from a previous movie, but they could have done something new and fresh. Some of the points in the movie were very boring to me. I really didn't care what was happening. I really didn't care about the team of cliche nerds that Mike and Sully end up being a part of. I really didn't care for their story. I really didn't care for them that much. And honestly, I really wanted the film to be a little more funny. I mean, there were some comical moments, and there were some moments that made me laugh a little, but there wasn't that really gut-busting, hilarious moment like there was in Monsters Inc. or in any other Pixar film. Just a few moments, but that's about it. There was no put that thing back where it came from or so help me type moments, which really made me sad. But overall, Monsters University is a step in the right direction for Pixar. I really enjoyed the story, although it is a bit cliche, and it was just fun to see Mike and Sully back together again. And that's why I'm going to give the film a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's not great, but it's a rather enjoyable film, and if you have kids, if you're part of a family, I say go check it out. It's a good film for kids. But anyway, what did you guys think of this film? Did you like it a lot? Did you find it boring and you wish that Pixar did something original? And I know I asked you guys what is your favorite Pixar film before, so let me ask you, who is your favorite Pixar character? Comment below. Let me know. Also, stay tuned. I'll be doing a review of World War Z. Probably going to come out tomorrow after this review comes out. And I'm also doing a collaborative review with TVTalkGuy. That will be out probably after World War Z. Be sure to check out his channel as well. But until then, guys, hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel. Welcome to the Black Critic Guy. Like this video if you really enjoyed it. And I'm Tony Wiley II from the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.